Hey, what's going on, everybody? God, I'm excited. It's my first ever video that I'm going to shoot on YouTube and to show the world about Spencer Norn and what I'm passionate about. And that's baseball, Major League Baseball, and how I can't stop thinking about it, dreaming about it, loving it, and how I want to just give my knowledge and my information to all the other fans out there. You know, I'm not an owner, I'm not an agent, I'm not a player. I have in the past known players, agents, currently know players, agents, people in the media. You know, I'm not here to name drop, but I do know people in and out of the business, which has kind of got my knowledge to be vast, to know baseball on the field and off the field. So I'm creating this channel and this new world that I'm calling Midnight Baseball. Midnight Baseball on YouTube is going to come to you hopefully every night soon enough. I do work nights right now as a bartender behind the bar where I talk a lot of baseball and learn more information about different stuff. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is the schedule at the moment. This is being Wednesday night, so thank you for viewing this if you are checking out for the first time. My first ever video, once again, Midnight Baseball 2016. A lot of ideas going on with my format, but hopefully the idea is to do about a 5-minute show real quick. Give you a 24-hour briefing of what happened throughout the day, what's happening in baseball, some of the hot topics, some of the hot stories on and off the field, like I was saying, and just giving you a different point of view of baseball. You have the TV, you have these websites, you have Twitter, you have all these other outlets of social media, Facebook and whatnot, that you see all these athletes in baseball and agents, but that's kind of all controlled by an underlying money, right? There's no money in this. The only way that I make money off of this channel is hopefully through your views, right? Nobody's paying me through advertisements or anything else. So excited to share about my baseball knowledge with you. That's kind of about what I'm doing. My name is Spencer. And here's my exciting part. After every show of 5 minutes, I'm going to offer you a chance to call me personally on my cell phone. Okay? 805-320-8758. I'll write it down before the show's over. For 3 hours after each show, I'm going to be on my phone taking calls for up to 5 minutes to talk baseball. Let's talk about your team. Let's talk about my team, which is the Dodgers. Go Dodgers. Fantasy baseball, minor league baseball, pro baseball. Maybe your son playing Little League. College baseball. Advice about baseball. You know, I've been there and done that a lot with a lot of different things in baseball. I've personally umpired baseball. I've played baseball, you know, not very far up into the early high school levels. What else was I going to say there? I'm just thinking about high school baseball. Born in high school, how I should have made more baseball. But, you know, I guess getting cut by the freshman team because you didn't try out because your grandma and grandpa didn't pick up the call from the coach doesn't really count for playing, though. But, you know, I was an average player, but I had good friends that played. And in high school, I also, what was I? The announcer, okay? So, as you can see, this is live, right? I'm mumbling and bumbling and stumbling as part of being about who Spencer is. But let's get on to baseball. Okay, the Chicago White Sox. The winter meetings. Chicago White Sox are the story of the winter meetings so far. I mean, trading Chris Sale and today trading Adam Eaton. Whoa, two big names. Chris Sale going to the Red Sox from Moncada and Kepich. I think I might be mispronouncing his name here, but the young minor leaguer from Boston. I mean, when you can land the number one prospect, even if you're giving up for 3 years of Chris Sale for a reason about a money, I mean, you landed Moncada. Huge Moncada fan. You know, if you would have given Sale to other teams, let's say to the Dodgers for some of their lower end prospects, not Urias, maybe De Leon, but that wouldn't have been enough. Other places Sale was thinking about going that you heard. Nationals, of course, ended up making a trade with Giolito, Ronaldo Lopez, and their outfielder that was so special. Nationals trading with the Pirates for McCutchen, with those same outfielders, but with the White Sox trading of Sale and Eaton, they've done a great job with this overhaul. You know, their general manager and their team is doing a phenomenal job of turning it over. I mean, they landed the number 1 and the number 2 prospects on most lists, according to Yohan Moncada and also Lucas Giolito. So when you trade two guys, I mean, I think that the deal for Adam Eaton is just... everybody thinks the same thing. And from what I've been reading so far, everybody in the industry says the same thing. Adam Eaton is an average center fielder with a good contract. For 2 or 3 good prospects, you can't make that deal. Now, if you would have thrown in Dave Robertson with that deal with Adam Eaton, I could have seen that because then you would have solved the bullpen problems with the Nationals. But now you still have bullpen issues So what Mike Rizzo and the Nationals are doing, I'm not really sure, and so is everybody else in baseball. But they swung and missed on Chris Sale, felt obligated to make a deal, and that's where the Nationals stand. Next team I have on the list, in the format I'm going to try to do each day is go by 3 hot topics and then 1 team for each 30 days. This is really random. I talk really fast. It's who I am. Hopefully you're enjoying it. Let's continue. Boston Red Sox, Dave Dombrowski. John Farrell gets an extension, the manager. You know, they come back after getting swept last year against the Indians in the playoffs. High expectations again in Boston. I mean, with the rotation of Price and Porcello and now Chris Sale, everybody wants to put him on top of the American League East. But I can't do that yet. You know, David Price hasn't... I mean, I can put him on top of the American League East, which isn't that difficult when the Yankees are in rebuild with the young guys. Tampa Bay is nothing. Baltimore's shown that they can't improve more than 85, 88 wins, right? And then Blue Jays are still haven't won World Series since 92 and 91, 92. So if you're Boston, it's kind of like you're the big bully on the block. And then American League East is at its weakest point in a very long time. So... David Price, very unproven in the playoffs. Rick Porcello won the Cy Young, won 22 games, pitched well. Still, that's one season he's unproven still because what he did in Detroit wasn't stellar, even though it landed him a huge contract in Boston. All that Cy Young award did for Rich Porcello was back up the huge contract that Boston gave him. I mean, because if Boston, you count the big contracts that Boston's given up in the last few years, it's been pretty hefty, with just notably to say Hanley Ramirez, Pablo Sandoval, and, of course... the gentleman we just talked about, Rick Porcello. So, Boston moving on there. Red Sox are going to be good, probably the big favorites from the American League East, but I want to see them do more in the playoffs, of course. And then the bullpen, Kimbrel, hasn't been showing me. I want to see more bullpen. They picked up Thornburg from the Brewers yesterday. I should probably be writing more of this stuff down, but this is off the top of my head, of course. They picked up Thornburg, which for Travis Shaw, I like that. I like the Brewers side as well. Shaw showed signs of everyday player this year. If you're going to get an everyday player for a middle relief pitcher, I think most people will do that, and so will I. So you'll learn more about Spencer and my strategies of baseball. I'm old school. I'm not into the newspaper metrics. I appreciate the numbers, but baseball is baseball, and baseball is baseball, and it's a round bat and a round ball. So to put numbers on a round bat and a round ball, you know, that's your choice, right? That's not mine. And next team after Boston, Nationals. I touched on Nationals a little bit, of course, with the White Sox. How could you not? They've been so intertangled this week. But once again, Rizzo and the boys up in Washington have been feeling the heat for a long time up there with being ousted out of the playoffs 3 years in a row. Having the contract dispute going on with their TV rights with Masson and the Baltimore issues. The Strasburg, shutting Strasburg down early. That's been a problem as well, I'm not telling you anything that you don't already know. We're just talking about things that are obvious because you can't play your cards in panic. You can't say, we want to get Chris Sale and give away 3 of our best prospects and not get Chris Sale and then come back and trade 2 of those prospects for a center fielder? Didn't you need pitching? What were you trading Chris Sale? What were you trying to get Chris Sale for if you wanted Adam Eaton? Maybe you were just a big fan of the White Sox. I don't really get that. Go out and get a pitcher. Call out Tampa Bay. Checking on Odorizzi, checking on Archer, checking on Drew Smyly. You're telling me Tampa Bay's not going to give you Drew Smyly or Alex Cobb? I'll take Alex Cobb or Drew Smyly over Adam Eaton right now. And they might have even thrown in an Alex Colomé, the reliever for Tampa Bay. I mean, there are so many options for the Nationals to do something that was just... And then you get the news about Bryce Harper. I mean... Don't get me started on Bryce Harper right now. You'll learn more about Bryce Harper soon. I think I have the Nationals on tomorrow's show, too. So, come in tomorrow. I'm going to talk more about Bryce Harper and his $400 million contract and then maybe the $500 million contract that he alluded to a couple weeks ago. Months ago during the season, when he cut off that reporter and said, "Don't short me, bro. Don't short me, bro." So, it looks like Harper's looking for 400, 450, 500, and a few of the teams have... paid the wave with the Yankees clearing cap space for that. The Dodgers have Kershaw coming off the books. There's a lot of teams with money in 2018, which I think a lot of us know, and a lot of us may be learning with the free agent class of Donaldson, Machado, Kershaw, and then obviously Bryce Harper. So Nationals have a lot of work to do. Let's make this a lot quicker here. Arizona is going to be my one team each day. Okay, we're going to move it down. So 30 days in a month. That's 1 day per team, hopefully 1 minute or 2 minute on each team. Let's go over the Arizona lineup real fast for you. A.J. Pollock leading off. Ketel Marte, the new shortstop, batting second. Goldschmidt. Lamb, great new third baseman. I love Jacob Lamb. Yasmani Tomas. Brandon Drury. Chris Owings. Mathis off of a new deal. Jeff Mathis, who's a new catcher, supposed to be starting. And then Greinke, of course. And then the rotation sits at Greinke, Miller, Ray, Archie Bradley, Taijuan Walker, Patrick Corbin, and even